All right, I'm glad that you can hear me. It has given me the opportunity to excel in so many different areas and just continue to, welcome. It's just giving me the opportunity to excel in many areas and to stop limiting myself. As you all know, if you've been in a position of trading your time for dollars, like I'm so grateful to know that I don't have to ever go back to that. I'm grateful to know that I'm here today. I'm here to talk to you guys about Forex Mastery. We're going to be covering 4 main topics. And so we're just going to go ahead and get that ball running. Hi. First, I'm going to tell you a little bit about my background. My name is Janet Mingo, if you don't know. I've been with this family for almost 6 months, you guys, and it has been amazing. So due to the pandemic, I lost my job. And I pretty much had this position for about 4 years, salary position. I was traveling. I was our program manager in Japan. I'm fluent in Japanese. So just being able to travel. And when this pandemic hit, we were told, like all of my colleagues, we were under the impression that we were going to be good. Then literally the next day, our company shut down. I received no unemployment, but the innovator in me, the go-getter in me said, I need something. So I was reaching out to a couple of my friends. I was like, hey, do you know of any little side hustles or whatever? And then one of my homegirls hit me up and she was like, join this Zoom. And so what I did was I was able to log into her Zoom and I was like, ooh, this deals with foreign currency. I would love to be a part of this. So I hit up my other homegirl and I was just like, y'all, we got to do this. So Faith got started, who was my upline, amazing. And then I got started the next day and we've been running ever since, y'all. And you got to just be grateful because I'm so glad that I came in when I came in, because the fire, the motivation, the family, the love that I have been receiving, and just to be able to impact others. So first of all, we're going to talk about mindset. You all know that we have 24 hours in a day, 24 hours in a day. If you get 7 hours of sleep, that means that you have 17 hours left in the day to excel, to execute, and to go over things. Now, first of all, my first question is, how much of the basics have you watched? If you don't know, there's only 17 hours worth of basic information. If you haven't watched that, then that's the issue. I don't care if you've been in a company for a week, if you've been a part of the family for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, that is your main starter point. You have 17 hours. So we're talking about mindset. First of all, I need you to stay calm. When you're making a trade and when you're doing these trades, we all know that it's 90% mindset. So if it's 90% mindset, that means you can't go into a trade, oh my gosh, I'm going to lose this $5 or I'm going to lose this $10. You can't do that. You have to remain calm, because if you've been studying and if you're watching the structures, then therefore you should be some type of confident in making these things, especially if we're getting these copy-paste profit signals from our mentors, from our amazing uplines who are making 6, 7, 8 figures. So every time you make a trade, you should check your faith level. If your faith ain't popping, then go reassess and then make the trade. You have to remember, goals over distraction, regardless of what comes your way. Regardless of what it was like when I first got started, literally the next month, I started going through so much stuff, family dying, all this other stuff. But I made a decision that I was going to stay focused. Every day after I woke up in my gratitude, and how I proclaimed, and I was so happy and grateful that I'm going to be a 4-figure trader by the end of the year, or a 5-figure trader by the end of the year. Those are the things that I was saying to myself. And I just thank God for the exact moment that I was. But every day I ask myself 4 questions. 1, what type of trader am I going to be today? 2, am I committed to every action that needs to take place in order for me to achieve this goal? 3, what am I willing to plug into? And 4, will I keep pressing on even when I don't feel like it? Those 4 questions set the tone for my trading career. Those set the tone for my trading lifestyle. Because you know why? If I was saying that I was going to be disciplined over all of my distractions, that means that I'm focused. So if I keep those 4 questions in my mind at all times, there's no reason why I can't make it to the next level. There's no reason why, even though I started my account with $50 and I was afraid at first, so I only put $10 in my first trade, then I multiplied that. You guys, I'm living off of this. I'm here on my second COVID vacation because trading has allowed me not to stop my life. It's allowed me to enhance it. So my other thing about your mindset is, are you actually visualizing yourself on that next level? So if right now, if you only making $2 to $3 per profit, are you visualizing yourself as that 4-figure trader? Are you visualizing yourself as that 5-figure trader, as that 6-figure trader, to be able to create and allow income in these trade profits to come to you effortlessly? Like, do you really visualize that? And are you believing it? Are you visualizing yourself not broke anymore? Are you visualizing yourself as the other side of that initial investment when you had nothing else? Because if you're not, then you're going to continuously stay there. You have to get to that point where you're like, oh my gosh, this is my last 100. Guess what? You decided to invest it. So you either invest it 100% with the face check or don't do it at all. Because if you're visualizing yourself into that next place, then you will no longer be stuck into, oh, this is my only 100. Because guess what? There have been times where I have came darn near close to blowing my account, but guess what? Because I was dedicated, I got it back. I was willing to take the necessary steps in order to learn what kind of trader that I was. You have to get out of that fear of going to the next level. I started trading within 30 hours of enrolling into the academy with my real funds. I set up my real broker account, you guys. And you also have to remember that your wins are not just for you. They're for your team. It's for making an impact. And you don't have to wait on anyone else. If you decided to join and you decided to come committed to this, you don't have to wait on your upline. You don't have to wait for someone to nudge you and say, okay, Sophia, okay, Faith, let's go to the next level. What type of energy are you bringing to this? Do you understand that you're worthy of the next level? Commit to the decision of increase. Commit to the decision of just being able to elevate your account. Commit to the decision that you're going to show up and that the results are going to show in your account, both physically, mentally, financially as well. If you have some things and you don't know what to plug into in the morning, we already know that we should be listening to the magic of believing every day. We should be plugging into a lot of things every day. We have mornings with Nano every day at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You have so many opportunities to plug into things that will help shift your mindset, that if you are still in a mindset of broke or not believing that you can create 4 to 5 figures, 6 figures in a small amount of time, I need you to do a faith check, okay? My second topic, we're going to talk about your environment, you guys. Your environment is so vital in this lifestyle, because if you're constantly hanging around people who don't believe in it or telling you, oh, that's just trash or this is not anything, then why are you around them? Because you're allowing their negative thoughts they can be in the foreplay or in the back play of your mind, the backing, and you don't want that type of energy to come into the mix when it comes to your environment. You have to get attached to your team. You have to get attached to anyone, and to your leaders and to your mentors. If you're not attached to them, then your capacity won't increase. You have to be able to increase your capacity. Find your purpose on the team. Whether you're someone who is always on specific go lives and you notice that your teammates or your team members aren't on the go lives, get them on the go live. If you find out a different type of strategy, call up your girl or call up your brother and just be like, hey, I'm looking at this chart. I think I'm seeing this. Do you see this? Because if you're not being a part of the family or being attached in the family and you don't see yourself growing, in the basics, at the end of each video, they say the best way to know that you've obtained this knowledge is to repeat it to somebody else. Repeat it to the people on your team until you feel confident. Repeat it, use them, allow them to be able to elevate your platform and get rid of anything that makes you feel overwhelmed. If you feel overwhelmed talking to this specific individual, don't talk to them. Say, I'm trying to build my account, or I'm trying to build everything that I got going. You have to be an example to the team. Leave them alone. They don't matter. Because when you make it and they're like, oh my gosh, I should have listened to you. Okay, you should have listened to me. Are you going to take advantage of this opportunity now, or are you going to continuously watch me? You have to set boundaries for your environment. Because when you're in trading, you already know that there's a risk. There's a risk to profit or there's a risk to lose. So you have to keep your mindset and your environment conducive to profits. Conducive to profits. Because when you're practicing proper risk management, even if you lose $3, $10, you shouldn't be risking so much money that you're now stuck in a hole. Okay? Be strategic with your yeses. Be very strategic with your yeses. Just because everybody is doing an Instagram live and you know you should be watching the go live, get on that go live. Be strategic with your yeses. Tame your distractions. Tame your distractions and make sure that you're impacting your environment to a place where it's really conducive for you to grow. Because if your environment is not in an area where it's a great trader's mindset, or just a place for you to continue to grow, or a place for you to learn, or a place where you have notebooks everywhere, then that's an issue. It's an issue. Now, our third topic is time management. You have to be committed. So far, we've talked about mindset. We've talked about your environment. If you have your mindset and you have your environment attached, there's no reason why you shouldn't have time management under. Okay, one of my first trainings with our chairman 100, Zane Khan, he said, whenever you commit to something at that specific time, give it your 100%. How many of you are on Go Live trainings and you're watching TV or doing something else and you're not truly engaging and taking notes? You could just miss your aha moment to be able to read proper structures in different trades when you're calling your own trades. You guys, I was calling my own trades within 3 weeks of the academy. I went from not knowing how to read a chart to calling my own trades. This past weekend while on vacation, yesterday while on vacation, last night, calling my own trades. Friday, Thursday, while on vacation, calling my own trades to show the people that I was with that were interested in Forex, like, look, I'm really making money. And they were like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you just did that. You have to be able to pay attention to the things that are going around you. Instead of listening to music every day when I wake up after I do that whole motivation, that whole mindset, the only 2 things that I'm listening to right now, other than the magic of believing and other audiobooks, is Fearless Motivation, which is the Feed Your Mind with Success playlist, and then the Road to 7 Figures by our chairman 100, Justin Owens. You have everything that you need in our organization, in our families to feed you. Are you taking advantage of that? Because if you're not, there's nothing that I could say. There's nothing that Chairman Katrina can say. There's nothing that we can say to you to allow you to take it to the next level because our organization gives you everything that you need. Instead of watching Netflix, I need you to watch replays. I don't care if you caught the trades or if you didn't take the trades. There's something in that replay that will give you tools and strategies to help you. I don't care if it comes to being able to understand, okay, if this is a W formation, because let's be honest, some people are in this 2 to 3 months and still don't even know what a proper structure is, or even how their charts aren't even set up. I've seen it with my own eyes, and that's an issue. Are you plugging in and being that engagement leader so that everyone around you is seeing results? And if you're on social media, you guys, you can spread out your time. Chairwoman Katrina does an amazing social media training. But if you're just up there scrolling, that's time where you could be either prospecting. If you're not paying attention to the news that will help enhance your journey of actually trading, you're wasting time. You're wasting time. And now let's get into these trading tips, you guys. I already told you there's not a lot that I can really say because the organization gives you everything that you need for any type of learner. First of all, you already know that you should not be risking a lot of money to make a little bit of money. You need to be risking smart, like quality trades. Are you studying the charts? Other than just copy, paste, and profit, are you studying the charts? I have 3 currency pairs that I study all day long. I have pages in my notebook where it says, okay, at this time, this is what was going on, whether it was what type of candlestick it was. So that way I can see a pattern in the charts. If you're not doing that, how can you say that you're mastering your currency pair? Most master traders trade off of 2 to 3 currency pairs. So even though I'm a beginner trader, or I started 6 months ago, why not start practicing those same habits? Yes, I'll take some of the copy, paste, profit signals. But at the same time, I want to be able to see. So I could see last week, what was happening with gold, XAU, USD at 547 last Monday? Does it look like the same type of structure is going on this week? Does it look like the same patterns are going on this week? Are you studying the charts? Are you taking notes? And even if you're a beginner, are you calling up your homegirl, or are you calling up your bro and saying, okay, let's just look at the charts. Let's look at it from the different time frame management. Whether it's minute 1, minute 5, minute 15, minute 30, hour 1. Are you looking at the differences in what you see? And then actually applying the structures from those signals that you're receiving to actually learn the skill. If you're not learning the skill, that's the issue. The skill is what's going to help take you to that next level in your account. Because when we can't receive a signal, or say if WhatsApp or Telegram goes down, how are you going to build your account? We know that all of these social media platforms have some type of glitch throughout the day. How are you building your account with the tools that we've already been received? Are you paying attention to the news? Just last week, I called my immediate circle, who are all on my team, and I said, hey y'all, pay attention to US oil this week. The gas by my house went up 50 cents. Pay attention. Pay attention to US oil. So guess what? On last Sunday, when the Forex chick called those trades for US oil, guess what our team did? We held those. So we had one of our team members who literally made her first 4-figure trade last week, you guys. She hasn't even been in the organization for over 2 months, making 4-figure trades. And if you're still in a position where you're making $2 to $3, congratulations. But I need you to step it up. I need you to be present. I need you to be a part. I need you to make an impact. I need you to be plugged in, because it's not okay. Also, when it comes to just different things, I want you to be aware. When you're inserting trades, and even though it's not a new day in your time zone, sometimes you'll be charged a swatch fee. That was one of the first things I learned. And so say if you're a beginner trader and you like, oh, I'm only $2 in profit, but then the swap charge fee is $5 or $6 and you just lost money, be mindful of the time that you enter the trade. It's not just about, oh, this candlestick looks good. Because in the beginning, you should be paying attention to all of these things. Don't be afraid of twin trading either. When you see that the trade is going your way, or even when it drops back down, you can enter again if you know it's still going in that buy trend. I'm not afraid to admit it. I did a lot of twin trading. Because why? I knew that I had to do extraordinary measures to maintain the lifestyle that I had, to increase my mindset, to push myself to new levels. I need you to stop settling for this is better than basically me taking out because only losing 30 cents rather than staying in the trade for those 3 times the time entries that the candlestick entry point that you got in. If you got in at 15 minutes, you better not be hopping out. Oh, the trade's only been going on for 3 minutes and, oh, I got to take out because now it's in the negative. You cannot do that because you're not applying the strategy. Stop settling for, I'll only risk 5 cents because I'm afraid of making 30 bucks. You have to get out of that mindset. And honestly, we as master in I Am Mastery Academy, we shouldn't be thinking so small. If our goal is really to make an impact and change lives, I'm happy you made $5 today. But by next week, I want you making $500 in a trade. And I need you to believe that, because if you don't believe it, then your actions and your results are going to show that. Like Tyrone said, let your trades breathe, you guys. And I want you to also keep in mind of your brokers, okay? Because when it comes to using these copy, paste, and profit signals, because if you are coming in and say, I'm with KOT4X and you're with Hugo's Way, or someone else is with another company, but the spread charge changes. So if my spread fee right now for a KOT4X is basically 39, but if you have Hugo's Way, it could be 99. So instead of seeing that it's a difference, usually it's not that big of a difference when it comes to the foreign currency pairs, but for your indices, there's a huge difference. Like your SPX 500, be aware and follow the structure. Because if you're able to follow the structure, say if the entry point is 1933 point whatever, but on your chart, it's like still 1926 point whatever, it could literally be the same trade, but you're hopping in from your broker standpoint. And when you hop in from your broker standpoint, the same person y'all entered at the same exact time, he could profit, but you lose because you didn't read the spread of your own broker. And you can simply doing this by hitting the advanced button on MetaTrader 4. And it'll show you what your spread is. So if you're losing money like that, just start reading the structures and the strategies, y'all. This is literally how I've been able to sustain. I told you I haven't even been doing this for 6 months. Not even 6 months. And I'm here on my last day of vacation, then leave it. And you guys, I just need you to understand that your mindset should be bigger. You have to believe you're a 4-figure trader by the end of the month, a 5-figure trader by the end of next month, a 6-figure trader by, or whatever your goal is. But I need you to actually work towards that, because if you're not working towards that, then what is the point of you being here? Exactly, Augustus, a bigger mindset. If your mindset is bigger, how can you reach the capacity of where you're supposed to be? Or how can you reach, Katrina can see you at a bigger level, all she wants to see you at. But if you don't believe it, you're not going to work towards that. And you're sitting here wondering how did she, or how did little old Janet build her account to be able to live off of this, and I'm only making $10 a week? Because I plugged in. Because I believed in myself. I believed in the company. I believed in the organization. I believe in my leaders who are teaching me. I believe in the products. Are you plugged into the products? If I was to get you on a call with someone who didn't know anything about this, could you be able to explain one of the products perfectly? Could you do that? Could you explain how to read candlesticks? Could you explain a bear or bullish, the simple basics, without feeling unconfident? Because that's what I need you to do. The more you get confident in this, the better trader you'll become. The better trader you will become. When you make an impact to the team, the more you'll feel like family. The more you'll want to make yourself proud and say, you know what, bro or sis, I did this, so let me show you how I did it. Come on, come with me. Because I already know you're a 6-figure trader. You just started yesterday, but I already know you're a 6-figure trader. I already know that you have surpassed what we see. We can't be living in the present moment. So you guys, I am so excited. I thank you for tuning in, and I hope that you were able to get some gems and some strategies, because you guys, what you see right now is just the beginning. It's just the beginning. I know that you're 6, 7, 8-figure traders. Like, I already know each and every one of you on this call. Like, I know you are. So I need you to believe in yourself. I need you to constantly do those faith checks, especially when you're entering those trades, because you don't want your energy to push you off from your next blessing. And when you're on those go lives, or whenever you have an opportunity to meet up with someone in the organization, do that. Whenever I go out of town, I am hitting up the other chairmen in the other cities. Whether it's Chairwoman China, I already told her, hey, I'm gonna be in Atlanta. Can I please have a one-on-one with you? Like, literally, to be around that environment, you should be doing that. Stop settling for, you know what, this is better than what God has promised me because I don't have the faith to get to what God has promised me. Time is out for that. So I'm excited, family. Let's go. We're almost to the middle of September. By the end of September, I want to see increases in your accounts, y'all. Increases in your accounts. I love y'all, family. I appreciate y'all, and have an amazing night, okay? Thank you. Yes, I love our promises. Let's go. Let's go. I love y'all too. You're welcome. All right, family.